Morning guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. There will be another video later on this week regarding the classic Range Rover that we've been doing. But a couple of people, well quite a few people asked in the comments about the little Fiat 500. I am just getting ready to get the car panelled up and taken up to the paint shop today. The front bumper, unfortunately, I do it every time. I did do a bit of a repair on it, as you can see. It had quite a nasty split here, and I got the heat gun out and started playing with it, and before I knew it, I'd actually repaired it. So we have saved that front bumper now. It's got some scuffs on it here. None of them are deep and none of them are gouged in. That would actually all come off. So fortunately, because I've been able to save it, we are only going to have the corner of this bumper painted, which, as you know, saves a lot of money and time because it can just be blended halfway through that one. On the front sill, I mentioned in the last video, you can see if I angle it like that, it is slightly in there. But Chris, a lot of people did ask, can we see you pull that? It's very, very simple. It's not a long process, but I've just asked Chris if he would mind just straightening that out the best he can before I go to the paint shop. And I'd like to film it so that you guys that did want to see it straightened out, I can show you it. The dent through the door, I am going to leave that to the paint shop. I need to get it up there. I've got other projects obviously on the go. So yeah, we're going to get that done, get the headlight in there. I did have a headlight. I found one in the container that I had put by. It does want a lug on it. So I've ordered a lug kit from eBay. Where's the headlight? There's the headlight. And if you've seen on previous videos I have done, you've got one lug there, which is absolutely fine. The top lug is broken. But if you see those two holes there, the new lug actually screws into those and it completely saves the headlight. So that's enough waffling. Let's get on with it. Right, Chris has got these little tools for basically tweaking and straightening things out. So I'm going to film and Chris is going to pull that bit of seal out. Just going to come around that side, Chris. So guys, that's pretty much the process of it. There's no point me sitting here holding it while Chris neatens it all up now, but as you can see, that seal is back out as far as it should be, and the edge of it is all back flat there behind Chris's hand. That's all exactly how it should be. So now the body shop will just literally take this paint out, tidy it up, put a bit of filler in there, smooth it off, and they'll blend that when they do the wing into the door. So that's that part all straightened out. I've just popped down to Jerry's shop to get the can of paint to base up the inside, and I thought I'd quickly show this for those of you that may have missed it on the last video. Is that ready to go, is it?
Yep.
So it just pours into the lid. This is an empty can. It just has the thinners inside it. Is that correct?
Thinners, propellant, yeah.
It's got all that stuff already in the can, so the can is basically a blank. This is the original lid that's going to go on top of the can. He's put the paint into the lid. He's going to take it over to the press and actually wind that paint inside that tin, and it squashes the lid shut and actually gives you the colour of the paint squashed in the top of the lid. And I think it's a really, really interesting process, so I thought I would video it. And that is the bit there. It squashes in and keeps your colour in there. He's going to take it over to his little winding machine. I'll try not to get you in it, Jerry, make you too famous. You can hear it there, pushing into the can.
Quite hard to push.
It looked quite hard to push. I'm glad I wasn't winding it. It's basically forcing that paint into that can, isn't it?
Yep.
And there you go. There's your colour. And now when he pulls that out in a sec, this is now full of paint, the right colour. And there's the cap, which is the correct colour for the car. So, yeah, brilliant process. And I thought that I would show it. So I've rubbed all the edges down of the wing all the way round, just to base them up. Obviously, I've got the paint here. I would love to show it, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to spray and film at the same time. As you can see, it looks like I'm doing a full respray on the whole wing there, but this is basically the gist of it. You just go around, do all the edges, so that when they paint it, you haven't got to worry about them having to take this wing off again. I'm going to get on and get that done, and then I'll come back once it's bolted on the car. I'm going to leave that to dry for 10 minutes. A couple of people in the first video said that Rob, you're going to need to get a new wheel for it. I'm actually going to go out and clean this up. I think this wheel is actually immaculate. We've got some wheel acid here. I'm going to go outside, spray it up, give this a clean, and I don't think it's actually going to have a mark left on it. Obviously, I will be having it checked over at Smarts, make sure it's not buckled. And as you know, if you've watched the previous video, I have already got one of these wheels in mint condition that's been refurbished, ready to go. But I'm convinced that this wheel ain't going to have a mark on it. And we can see how bad it does actually look. Let's go outside and clean it. So I've just given it a little spray up, and as you can see, some of it, right, let's go for that piece there. It's going to be a bit of scrubbing, but all of that will come off. I'm going to get on and get this done, and I'll show you as soon as it's done. There you go. I spent 5 minutes on that. I'm sure if you spent a bit longer on it, you would get it even better. But these are just watermarks. No, there's a couple of little chips in it, in the paint, but it's not something that I'm going to be getting refurbished. The wheel's in quite nice condition. So to me, that is perfect to go on. I'm going to go and get this wing fitted on, get it all bolted up, get it all lined up nicely, and then come back. So there we go. Just a couple of hours, bit of persistence, bit of shifting around. Chris come in and line that up for me. Oh, we've just had a bird fly in. We'll have to get him. Sorry about that. He didn't want to leave. It took us about 10 minutes. We had to turn the lights off. Then he got in the tool room. We had to turn that light off, turn these ones back on, etc. So yeah, I'm going to get it up there. They'll flatten paint this wing. They'll do the repair on this door, go through and do that, do the little dents on the rear quarter. And hopefully I'll get it back at the end of this week at some point. I'm going to chuck the bumper on now, just try and get it all lined up, the absolute best I can, before I drop it up there, because once it's been painted, I don't want to be messing around, pulling things around and trying to make things fit. So I'm going to chuck that on there now and come straight back. I'm quite happy with that, and to me the job is done. The gap is absolutely uniform and perfect all the way down the door. The gap around the bonnet and the wing, and again around the headlight, it's all spot on, exactly where it should be. I've got the daytime running light, but obviously there is a very, very small repair to do just inside the bumper there where I've melted it. They're now going to have to file all that out, stick some filler in there or fiberglass, and just get that so that it's 100% perfect. I'll get the fog light bolted in there after they painted it, because the bumper does have quite a few scuffs on it here, so we will be pulling it away so that they can paint the top edge of that again and the wing. So yeah, this car's going to be going off tomorrow now to the paint shop, and it won't be back until it's done. As soon as it gets back, we'll be fitting it up, taking it down for a nice wash, having it valeted, and that will be the final part on it. Like I've said in previous videos, and for you guys that have been following me for quite a while, I like to buy these little cars that are a very quick turnaround. It is my full-time job, and literally I spent a couple of hours on it the first day when I bought it back, and I've spent probably 3 hours on it today, pulling it together. I have got a new suspension leg and hub assembly for the car, so when it comes back from paint, I'll be bolting that on. Apart from that, that is as far as I can go with it. It is ready to go at the paint shop. I'll chuck it on the truck tomorrow, get it up there, and then that will be the end of that one until it comes back. Merchandise, quite a few people keep asking about it. They've seen the new clothes that I've got. That has now been set up with the company that's going to be doing it all for me. They're going to be sharing a link with me for the website where you can go along and support us by purchasing some of the merchandise. They've got the soft shell jackets, jumpers, t-shirts, etc. It will all be in that description, and I will add that, it will be in the item description on the next couple of videos after he sent it to me. I know exactly what it is. I don't want to lead you up the wrong path and send you to the wrong website, so that is coming soon. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload videos off the back all the time. We've got new cars constantly coming. I don't know what's coming, so it's a surprise for me as it is a surprise for you. We've got a few projects on the go. I've got a big update coming on whether we bought the classic Range Rover this week. So yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I have got Instagram now, it's Salvage Rebuilds. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.